Guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope yous are all good. Today we're going to be talking about a few things. We've got some Universal updates, Disney World updates, and also the big question is, are you really able to walk around Walt Disney World and Universal Studios with a face mask on? Oh my god. Right, well we'll be finding out, guys. Stay tuned for more. Guys, it's so good to see you back and thank you so much for tuning back into my video. Big news, big news, big news. As many of you know, Universal Studios opened again. We're already seeing footage from other people's vlogs of them filming, going around Universal Studios. Me, myself, I've been watching just like most of you, just trying to get a bit of an insight to what it's actually like. You know, no one's ever had to do this before. No one's ever had to walk around a theme park with a face mask on. We've never had to social distance in a theme park. Just like many of you, I've been heavily interested in that and seeing how people have been getting on. Well, firstly, before we actually go into what people's experiences have been like at Universal, let's firstly look at how Universal have been countering the COVID-19 virus. So just like Disney, Universal have been following the same protocols. You must require a face mask at all times when in the parks. I do believe that there is areas where you can't take your masks off. In fact, there is areas, because I've seen them on videos, where you can take them off. They're expecting you to wash hands for at least 20 seconds, probably singing happy birthday, guys, happy birthday to you. If I hear that song one more time, I'm going to go crazy. Floor markings to present people with where you should be social distancing. We have already seen on videos, and I've already seen it on news articles, that there is Universal staff standing in the queues, making sure people are social distancing on certain rides, because obviously not everyone follows the rules at all times, as we all know, guys. And obviously they're expecting people to use hand sanitizer as required, obviously still keeping the social distancing, as well as having temperature checks as you arrive when you go into the park to make sure that you are not sick and, you know, you can go around Universal safely. Guys, honestly, after reading all that, the thing that I was most interested in was the face mask covering. Now, I don't know if many of you guys have had face masks on, wherever you are, UK, US, Australia, wherever you guys are watching this video from. Have you ever had a face mask on? Let me know in the comments. How does it feel? Let me know in the comments. I've had this little face mask on for an hour today, and I've also had to wear a face mask with my job and in other circumstances. It is so difficult, and imagine being, in the UK we do degrees, so imagine being in 36, 37 degrees with a face mask on. It's already hard to breathe sometimes, especially for a British citizen, because we're so used to like 10 degrees here. We're actually not used to heat. Believe it or not, guys, it actually is true. It pretty much rains all the time in the UK. No, but back to seriousness. Obviously with the face mask, are you able to wear a face mask all day? That's one of my major questions. Watching vlogs yesterday, we've already seen people fainting. We've already seen people really, really struggling. Some of the vloggers I was watching, I've watched about 7 or 8 vlogs now, really, really struggling. There was one guy that I watched, I'll put his channel down below. He literally lasted about 5 hours before having to leave the park. He said it was just too much. But then on the other hand, you've got other people saying, yeah, I'm fine, I don't mind wearing a face mask. I'm in the Universal bubble. I'm absolutely loving Universal. People haven't really been complaining about wearing them on rides from what I've seen, which is amazing, because that was a big question I had. Are you able to wear a face mask while on a roller coaster? Can you imagine shooting up on the Hulk wearing a face mask? Can you imagine being on the new Hagrid ride with a face mask on? Well, believe it or not, guys, I've seen people with face masks on the Hagrid rides, and everything seems normal. I'm surprised it doesn't blow off. Guys, let me know in the comments, how would you feel wearing a face mask on a roller coaster? How would that make you feel? Is that okay for you, or is that not okay for you? I know one of the things that a lot of people are benefiting from at the moment is using the contactless payments, so they can really limit the contactless side of people actually having to touch other people's things, like putting your credit card in a machine and having to type your details in, as well as the fingerprint. As far as I'm aware, from what I've heard and what I've been told, they're not using the fingerprint sensor, they're just using the scanning and probably just doing a Face ID. I'm not too sure, let me know in the comments if you're aware, but I do know that they're not using the fingerprint scanner, which is brilliant, because can you imagine the amount of people that touch them fingerprint scanners? It's the same in Disney, and you know, everyone's touching it. If everyone touches it, you know, you scratch or something, then automatically, you know, you could infect yourself. Anyway, let's get on to some Walt Disney World news. With Disney news, obviously, you have probably all heard, Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are opening Saturday, July 11th, with the other two parks, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, opening on July 15th. A lot of you guys have been messaging me asking about Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach. I have actually not heard anything about an opening date for them parks. If you guys have, let me know in the comments. Or, you know, I've literally been scrolling the internet and I can't literally see anything. But if you guys have, let me know in the comments. I think Disney are a little bit late with the water parks, because we've already heard Universal will be opening Volcano Bay, and we've also heard about SeaWorld opening their water park. Supposedly the water, I was watching another vlog, supposedly the virus doesn't, it doesn't travel through water or something, so I think that's the reason why they're opening the water parks, but obviously there's still more news to come from Disney's end on that one. Obviously, as many of you will already know, when Disney opens, it's not going to be a free-for-all like it usually is. To get into Disney, there is going to be a cap on capacity. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it is going to be at 30%, which is a huge reduction. I'm not too sure on how many people can get into the parks each day, but limiting the guests by 30% is going to be huge, and obviously they have already said there is going to be a reservation system. I myself have been stung by this. I'm not an annual pass holder. I am for Universal, but I'm not for Disney, and I was travelling with attraction tickets direct, received an email the other day saying we basically had till July 7th to make payment in full for all our tickets. If payment in full was not made by July 7th, then unfortunately we would lose £25 of the money that we've already paid, which was the deposit, and we could use that towards a trip next year. I'm not even going to comment on how I feel around that whole situation, around, you know, losing money on something that isn't our fault. Obviously it's not their fault either, but, you know, I'm not even going to go into that. But basically, we will not be making the payment in full, because obviously I'm not 100% sure if we are going to be able to go this year. Just like many of you guys, we don't actually know if we're going to be able to go, so I'm not going to pay in full. But I am tempted to look into the annual pass options, but that is a completely different video, so I'm not going to bore you with all that. Back to the reservation system, because I just completely went off on a tangent. We still don't have any updates on what that reservation system will be like. Obviously we're hearing hums and haws of how it's going to work, and you'll be able to do from the Walt Disney World, you know, my Walt Disney World Experience app, but actually we don't physically have any information as of yet, so we're still all guessing at the moment. We do believe that Disney will be making an announcement over the next few days, hopefully. Also guys, I just wanted to mention this now, most of the information hasn't actually came from Disney. A lot of people are speculating to what Shanghai Disney is doing. So with Shanghai Disney, you can book half days and full days, and with the Shanghai Disney, the priority is given to hotel resort guests. So that's the reason why we all believe that this is how it'll work at Walt Disney World. Obviously guys, more major news with the Disney dining plan. Obviously a lot of people have missed out on that Disney dining plan because it has been cancelled, just the same as the Disney reservation system in regards to you know, eating out on Disney. I've been affected by that personally. My trip coming up in the air, we had pretty much booked most of our nights, and some of the restaurants we were dying to try, some of the restaurants that we've seen on other people's vlogs that we were just mega excited to give a go, and unfortunately we can't do that. But I just keep saying to everyone, guys, the Disney that we all know and love will return very soon. We've just got to hold on to that magic, and you know, it might be a few short months, but we will get back to where we were originally. One of the main things that I'm seeing people talk about quite a lot as well is that the fact that Disney are still allowing DVC members to be able to come, to be able to book a Walt Disney World vacation, so they're able to still book a hotel reservation. I have been made aware that supposedly the reservations are really hard to get from other friends that are also DVC members. I'm not a DVC member myself. I think the reason why Disney have done that is because they're probably under the impression that a lot of people that are DVC members probably do have the gold membership as well if they're not a Florida resident. From a British person's point of view who likes to be over there, it makes logic sense if you're going to be paying all that money to be a DVC member to then also have the annual pass, which, bearing in mind, is about $400 cheaper to have, because you'll be part of the gold membership. If you're in the UK, the only one you can have is the platinum and the platinum plus, which is over $1,200, I believe, with tax. So it makes sense to be an annual pass holder if you are a DVC member, especially if you go more than once or twice a year. Also, guys, a big question that I have, just like many of you have, is what will it be like going around Walt Disney World with a face mask? Like I said before, obviously Universal has opened. Many of you, just like myself, has probably seen many vlogs, with face masks on. And can you imagine walking around Walt Disney World in a face mask? Like, guys, seriously, could you imagine walking around Disney like this all day? But guys, let me know in the comments, could you have a face mask on all day? Does that bother you? Is it just you want to be in Disney? Just like many of you guys have said to me over the past couple of days in regards to the face masks, is as long as you're in Disney, you don't really care if you have to wear a face mask all day. Some people are taking it differently to others. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Like, I really would love your opinions of what you guys think about having a face mask on all day. Everyone's got different opinions, and it's really interesting to hear everyone's different sides. Currently at the moment, I reckon, like, you've probably got people in the centre, 50-50 of either side. You've got some people that are saying, I'm not going back to Disney until it's Disney that I remember. And then you've got others that are just saying, I want to be in Disney regardless of how Disney is. If you can't meet characters, I don't care. If there's no fireworks, I don't care. If I have to queue for hours, I don't care. Literally, I just want to be in Disney. Some people are like that, and I totally respect both sides. For me personally, I just want to be there when it's safe. If it's safe to wear a face mask, which obviously they are saying that is, and it's safe to social distance, then me personally, I don't have a problem with it. Guys, let's get away from all that negativity anyway with the virus and stuff. Let's go on to more, well, I think it's positive anyway. You guys, let me know in the comments, is this positive news or is this bad news? Spaceship Earth, we've literally just had an announcement that Spaceship Earth has now been cancelled with the renovations. The ride's not getting cancelled. The renovations have been getting cancelled. If you're like me and love the original, then you're going to be mega pleased. If you're not like me and want it gone and want it changed, then yeah, you're not going to be too pleased about that news, are you? Let me know in the comments. Are you a person that wants that ride switched and changed, or are you quite happy with the original? Me, I'm just really pleased that it's staying the same. Like, at least now I know when I go back to Disney, at least I'll be able to go on Spaceship Earth and it's going to be the same as what it was, and at least I can ride it one more time. Well guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for sticking around. Make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. It helps me massively. Also hit that notification bell so you guys get to see when I've made new Disney vlogs, Disney news vlogs, cruise vlogs, if you're into that sort of thing. Anyway guys, just hit that subscribe button please. On a serious note though, thanks so much for sticking around. It means the absolute world. Your support really drives me to make more content, so thank you so much guys. Please don't forget also, if you're on Insta, make sure you go and follow me on Insta. I always keep up with people on there. We always have big community chats and things. And I'm also going to start doing more Instagram lives also. Anyways, have a magical week, guys. And I will see you in the next video. See you soon, guys. Bye.